Welcome to BBC School Reporting. We are reporting about the different cultures within Aldersley High School. Now we go to Media and Hannah with some teachers and students. Here are some languages in the school.
What do you think the benefits are of having lots of different languages spoken at a school?
I think the benefit is that it represents a larger multicultural element of the school, and I think teaching people languages from an early age can be really beneficial towards students moving towards better grades. And I think having different languages shows a multicultural element of society that Britain should be proud of, and I think the school should be no exception to that.
Mm-hmm. Do you speak any different languages?
Me personally, no, I'm afraid not. I spoke French obviously at school, I speak a little bit of Italian, but nothing that I would be able to have a full-on conversation with, unfortunately.
Okay. Could you say hello in any of the languages that you learn at school?
Bonjour, Guten Tag, German, and ciao, and come sta, which is Italian for hello, how are you, hola, and I think that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm. As an English teacher, what do you think the benefits are of having students speak more than one language?
I think one of the things that a lot of English teachers bemoan in terms of what students are able to do is that not a lot of students are actually aware really that the basis of language in terms of the grammar, the structure of sentences and things like that. Having an awareness of different languages can allow students to differentiate between what English does, because English is a very solo language in terms of the way that the language is structured, whereas you go to European countries like Spain, Italy, France, they're Latin-centred languages, so they tend to be based on a certain structure, whereas English is very different. And I think an awareness of different languages and how different cultures feed into that can allow you to know really the basics of English language that can inform your learning further on and make you a better student, I think.
And do you think there are any negatives in having students not have English as their first language?
Not having English, I think in today's society, I think English is the largest spoken second language on the planet, I think, and then it's Spanish after that. So I think English is known as the language of business. So I think it's a positive thing to have English in general, whether it's your first or second language, just so you can go to different countries and be able to use that as a medium. But I think the sad thing is that because of that, having the benefit of speaking English as your first language, a lot of students feel, well, I don't have to go anywhere, I don't have to learn anything. Why should I have to learn any other language? I can already speak English. I think that's a very sad attitude to take. I think you should endeavour to learn languages like Urdu and Chinese and Spanish, because you need to go to different cultures. But I think as a benefit to grow a language, I don't really think there is it.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to our music feature. We believe that music has changed over the years. To prove this, here is Kaishan interviewing a teacher who is answering questions about his experience with music.
What was the first artist you were really into when you were younger?
I wouldn't say artist, it was hip hop really, breakdance music. Yeah, so it would be somebody like Run DMC or African Bombata from the early 80s.
What was the first record you bought?
Strangely enough, the first record that I can remember buying was on vinyl, and it was Whitney Houston. I'm in Love with Somebody, I think it was called. That's the first record I can remember buying.
Who's your favourite artist at the moment?
Oh dear. Well, because I'm a bit of an oldie, alright, it's Wet Wet Wet. I listen to them a lot. They were a pop group back in 1986, 88.
Can you remember when CDs were first released?
Yes, I can. And I can remember my wife buying me the first CD portable player back in 1993. And it was the first, up until then we had tapes, yeah. So it was a portable tape recorder that we used to play. It was a Walkman, it was a Sony Walkman, and then you went from a Sony Walkman to a CD portable Sony player, which was really expensive, yeah.
What is your most preferred way of consuming music?
These days I use Apple, the Apple Store. Sorry, just turn that off. So it's iTunes. Yeah, is it Apple? iTunes? iTunes. Yeah.
How do you think music has improved over the years?
I think there's a lot more, obviously, technology available. So, as regards the standard of recording and producing, is a lot better, and also the facility to make the videos and to network as well, as regards social media and internet. Yeah, so it would all be down to technology. Yeah.
Have you been to any concerts, and can you explain what you enjoy about live music?
Right, the last concert I can remember going to was Def Leppard concert at the NEC, and the reason why I like live music is because you actually get that true feeling of the artist playing the instruments as opposed to listening to them on record or on any other device. Yeah, and you can't beat live entertainment, live music.
Do you prefer live performances or listening to music on your own?
Well, I'm quite at ease with both really. I can listen to music on my phone, or I do like live gigs, so it's, I'd say half and half really. Yeah.
What is your most preferred genre of music, and how did you get into it?
It would be hip hop, retro hip hop, and back in the day when I was your age, year 9, 13, 14. Yeah, it was big. Breakdancing was big, and that scene was big. So I got into that, and I enjoyed the music. I also enjoyed the culture that came with it, with the dress, the dress code, and the graffiti, and all that, and all that sort of fashion.
What is your opinion on downloads being counted towards the UK Top 40 charts?
Sorry, what was that?
What is your opinion on downloads being counted towards the UK Top 40 charts?
I haven't really got an opinion on it, in all honesty. All I can say is that years ago, when I was younger, again, we used to listen and look forward to listening to the top 40 on a Sunday and having the countdown. And obviously in those days then, whatever pound notes were spent over the counter, that was a result of who got the top slot. It's very difficult these days, isn't it? Because a lot of people can download stuff on the drop of a hat. For me personally, I used to enjoy the old way of doing things, where you used to look forward to listening to Top of the Pops on a Sunday, and then we used to watch Top of the Pops on a Thursday, I believe, tea time. That was our first ever opportunity to watch these bands or these artists perform, because there was no MTV.
Thanks for your time, sir.
Thank you very much. I've been a big help.
People consume music in many different ways, such as CDs, mobile phones, and MP3s, and many more. Children of this generation access music through YouTube, which is on the internet. This way they can see the video and listen to the music. People used to buy CDs and vinyls and records to listen to music.
Hi, my name is Maya, and this is our report.
Hello, my name is Tasha, and here's a teacher speaking about how technology has changed over the years.
Can you give your opinion on how the internet has changed?
I think the internet's had a massive impact on people's lives. Years ago, we used to go to a library to go and find information out. We used to phone people a lot more. These days, we just go straight on the internet, research whatever it is that we're after, and find the information out that way. So it's made things much more convenient and at our fingertips whenever we have any issues over something, we can find it out immediately.
How do you think it's changed people?
How has it changed pupils? I think it has made them much more aware of what's going on, as the information is much more accessible to them quicker. However, I also think it's made them increasingly lazy, because they can just press a few keys and they expect the answer to come up immediately, rather than having to read around the subject to actually find out the answer.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for watching our school report.
At Audley High School.